Hello, YouTube. There are many examples in world history of cities that have fallen into disrepair over time, experienced some kind of natural disasters, and were abandoned by their inhabitants. In Russian history, there were also such settlements and cities, existence of which still remains a huge question. One of them is the mysterious city of Grustina, and its disappearance is most interesting. Mention of Grustina is found in a number of historical documents, in particular the Notes of Muscovy, made by the Austrian diplomat and historian Sigismund von Herberstein, who lived between 1486 to 1566. This city is indicated on real maps used by merchants and travelers in the 16th to 17th centuries. They were made up of the Flemish geographer Gerard Mercator, also known as Kramer, the Dutch cartographer Abraham Ortelius, the Flemish historian, theologian, and cartographer Petrus Bertius, French cartographer Guillaume de Lys, and Flemish book publisher and cartographer José de Hond. Mentions of this mysterious city are also found in the notes of the Eastern historians and travelers. Despite the presence of such extensive documentary material of foreign origin, there is no mention of the city of Grustina in Russian sources. Actually, for the first time, it was mentioned only in the 19th century by historians Nikolai Karamzin and Vasily Kluchevsky. So where was Grustina? Western cartographers indicated the exact location of this city. Grustina was located on the site of mother city of Tomsk. It existed until about the 18th century. It is unusual that no archaeological evidence of the existence of this mysterious city in the Tomsk region has been found. No archaeological evidence whatsoever. Even if cartographers copied maps from earlier sources, travelers left evidence of their stay in Grustina, but there's none. Von Herberstein visited Russia twice. He described many Russian cities and the traditions that reigned in them, and I mentioned his writings in my other research videos about Russian mysteries. This historian wrote that from the mouth of the Irtysh River to Grustina is 2 months of travel. In Herberstein's Notes on Muscovy, it is indicated that there was a fortress in the city and wealthy people lived there who mined precious stones and pearls somewhere. And I've told you about the Russian river pearls too, so I assume this is what is being discussed. Karamzin and many other researchers write about the Grustina people in approximately the same way. Historical documents allow us to conclude that during its heyday, Grustina was an important trading city, a kind of cultural center of Siberia. The locals spoke a special dialect. Over time, Grustina began to decline for a reason that is still unclear, basically unknown. By the end of the 18th century, all information about the city from documents disappears. Well, the exiled Swedish officer Philip von Strahlenberg, who lived between 1676 and 1747, tried to find traces of this city, but he found only the remains of some kind of ethnicity, 200 or 300 people altogether. Strahlenberg calls these people Gaustins and writes that they are pagans and nomads. Perhaps the Gaustins were just the remnants of the population of the vanished city of Grustina. Well, the historian and professor of Moscow State University, Kislazov, has been researching Siberia and the ancient peoples who inhabited it for many years. He writes that the name of the city could have a Turkic origin. Initially, Grustina bore the name Gaustana, which means the breast of the earth, Probably later, a foreign word difficult for Slavic hearing was reinterpreted in the Russian manner. So there was Grustina, traces of which have remained in our time only on paper. But it existed and it vanished without a trace. This brings me to the hypothesis that the city became a victim of temporal spatial displacement or warp. It may still exist somewhere, just not in our universe. I am certain that there have been other examples in the history of our planet. Mohenjo-Daro, the city of Tanis, Helike, the El Dorado, the Roanoke colony. But Grustina stands out. And I'll bring you more information about mysterious pages of the Russian history, of the history of Eastern Europe and Eurasia. Thank you for your attention to my work, and if you can support me, you'll find how to do it in the description to this video. Please like my videos and please tell others.